I made a post about not doing a podcast this week because it's period week and that makes people uncomfortable. It makes me uncomfortable. But I'm saying it because it makes me uncomfortable. Because life is got fear in it, right? We're always afraid of what people think and how we measure up to expectations. Well, I'm having my period. The moon is waxing and it's going to be uncomfortable. I cried all day. I reflected and I released a lot of things from my childhood, things that were bothering me, and things that I was hiding from myself. Because that is all part of growth and healing. And I realized this week, that things are always coming up and, in reflection, but this week for me, the reflection was how hard I am on myself and how hard I see other people being on themselves for stuff that society says isn't right. Like, we pathologize everything. Oh, you're not supposed to be sad. Oh, you're not supposed to be too happy. You're not supposed to be too self absorbed. You're not supposed to be this. You're not supposed to be that. And it's exhausting. And you know what? The truth is that there's not a damn thing wrong with any of us. Not a single thing. Every single one of us, our bodies are reacting perfectly to the environment that they're in. People are like, I have ADHD and it's untreated. You're ADHD. I have ADHD. I've been diagnosed with ADHD, high functioning autism, all kinds of labels. And the truth is that every single brain is different, just like your freaking thumbprint, your fingerprints. They're all individual and we are all on the spectrum and we are reacting to our environment. We're trying to pinhole and peg our brains and peg our personalities into these one-dimensional columns where we can describe and fit everything nicely so we can understand it. And the truth is we are not supposed to. We're all so different. ADHD is because of trauma. I can tell you if they correlated childhood trauma with ADHD, you would find a significant correlation. And the reason that they don't find a significant correlation is because parents aren't going to be honest about the way that they've treated their kids. And kids don't want to be ostracized or feel bad about their parents, so they don't say what happened to them. And there's not a standard for abuse. But that's where it comes from. It is literally your amygdala getting so big that it's trying to scan everything all the time and trying to predict everything all the time so that it can keep you safe. It is doing exactly what it's supposed to do, and it's expending a massive amount of energy for it to protect you. But in society, we're like, oh, there must be something wrong with you if you've got ADHD, and we pathologize it. There must be something wrong with you if you have autism because we pathologize it. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you. You are trying to function in a world that was not meant for you. We are not meant to live this way. Everything is falling apart so it can fall together. And I have women that write me, and they're going through so much. And they beat themselves up for not being able to do better. One woman is a widow, a single mom, and she can't hold down a job because she works for assholes who don't understand where she's coming from if she's a few minutes late. And we judge other people, well, you're not supposed to be late, well, you're not supposed to be this. I mean, like, where the fuck? We're human. Look what's going on in the world. So I tell them, fuck your boss. Fuck these people that act like that. They're all jacked up themselves. That's why they're acting like that. Filled with fear. and doing the same shit to you as they do to other people and themselves. But the main takeaway from here is there's absolutely nothing wrong with any of us. We are reacting to our environment just as we are supposed to. And not one person says, like, Andrew Huberman and all these freaking doctors and scientists and healers and all these other fucking people, not a single one of them talks about how it's your fucking environment that's doing this to you. Not a single one. Because if your environment were different, then you wouldn't have a problem. If your environment were different, you wouldn't feel the way that you felt. If you didn't have child abuse, you wouldn't have ADHD. If you didn't have trauma, you wouldn't have anxiety or dysregulated nervous system. If you didn't have to work 3 jobs to survive, and if there wasn't a handful of billionaires on the planet owning more than 50% of all the wealth, you wouldn't have a problem. So the takeaway is, don't beat yourself up. I know it's hard, but you cannot measure up to this impossible standard. The game is stacked against you, and you're responding exactly how you're supposed to. And the only thing that you can do is the best that you can. And breathe into your belly and try to calm your nervous system down. And I wish more of these doctors and healers would call it for what it is. It's your fucking environment. And maybe that's not helpful. But you know what isn't helpful? Is trying to sell you ashwagandha and trying to sell you all this bullshit to try to get you to buy something from them. Like even Dr. Daniel Amen, like his whole thing, like, yeah, he's one of the smartest neuroscientists in the world, but everything he does is trying to get you to buy something. And none of these people are saying it is your environment that's making you sick, that you are a bird that is meant to fly and you are trying to swim and keep your head above water to survive. But here, take my fucking ashwagandha. It's going to help you swim better. You are a bird that is meant to fly. You are not a fish. So ashwagandha is going to do dick for you. And if more people would say it's your environment, and if more people would stand up and say it's your environment, then maybe we wouldn't beat ourselves up so much and try to work so much so we can spend our money on ashwagandha. Because ashwagandha is not going to do shit for you. Not if your environment continues to dysregulate you. There is no amount of pills. There is nothing that is going to change the way you feel. You are reacting 100% normally for your environment. Change your environment, and you change your nervous system, and you change yourself. And none of these doctors are going to say that. None of them. You know why? Because healthcare is a for-profit business that profits off you being sick. And that is not going to change until healthcare is free. And there's no incentive anymore. Or there's no shareholders anymore that you have to show quarterly profits to. You are sick because shareholders need to see an increase in quarterly profits. There is an imbalance in the system, and they're still trying to take blood from a stone. It's only one way. And you cannot keep taking and then expect things to stay the same. And that's what's happening now. When medical stuff is for profit, pharmacy, for profit, everything is pathologized to make you sick, to feel bad about yourself so that they can make more money. And as soon as you stop playing into their game and you start healing yourself and taking back your power and start regulating your nervous system, even despite the environment that you are in, you stop playing into their hands.